Along with Corey Nickel, I'm Brian Nickel back at Weld Central High School, getting ready for the start of the girls' game. And we do have the starting lineup anyway for the Weld Central Rebels. Starting for them is Mason Reese, a 5'4" sophomore. Emily Smilak is a 5'8" junior. Alicia Gerken, a 5'5" sophomore. Faith Root is a 5'9" senior. And Vanny Robertson, a 6' junior. So right now they're doing some preliminary announcements here at the game. The Fort Morgan girls, like I said before, are 5-9, 2-1 in league. Their coach is Jim Krackemeyer. He is assisted by Mike Gross and Chris Turner. Head coach for Weld Central is Jacqueline Scott. So now we'll get ready for the starting lineup. Like I said, there was 9 games. I believe they have 8 or 9 games. Will be 3 games. So these are going to be big for them. Starting for Fort Morgan is Samantha Scott and Serena Hell. They're just introducing everybody. These are just stuff right now that they're introducing. They introduced the whole team for the girls. Now the starting lineup.
Number 2, senior Danielle Rose.
Danielle Rose, 5'5" senior. Samantha Pettyjohn, 5'5" senior. Alex Schneider, number 20, she was a 5'10" senior. Lawrence Daly, a 5'6" sophomore. And Alexis Stills, a 5'9" senior. So the Fort Morgan Mustangs, 6 seniors on the team. One, Devin Lapp, she was injured early just shortly after the season started, I believe. So she has been a big loss to the Mustangs. She was a 5'2" senior. So I'm sure she's just terribly. She'd like to be out there being able to play and help this team win these ball games. In the previous game, like I said, the Weld Central girls beat Fort Morgan pretty handily. North Colorado basketball conference tournament. I think they played that at East. Now the starting lineups here are getting for the Weld Central levels. They'll be ready to start this game here shortly. Next game will be tomorrow night at Vista Peak. Vista Peak is a new school. I believe it's been in the league 3 years. They have no seniors. It's just freshmen, sophomores, juniors that play right now. Next year they'll be in the 4th year and get 4 classes. So let's see what Fort Morgan can do tonight here with the Rebels. Alex Schneider to jump center. Looking is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. We're set to go here. The Rebels with the the goal in the tip. And it off to Mason Reese. Reese now over to Durkin. Durkin over to Smiler. Smiler dribbling when she is just inside the three-point circle. Now over to Durkin. Durkin just inside the three-point line on the right wing. Shot up and no good by Robertson, but they do get the ball back. Alicia Durkin with it, set up the play. She got off to the right side now. She passes it back over to the left to Reese. Reese at the free throw line. Her jumper is off the rim and no good. Rebound is to Lawrence Staley. They're going to call a jump ball. So possession arrow to Fort Morgan. Scoreless so far, 7:16 to go in the first period of the girls' game. So Pettyjohn to bring the ball up court. Pettyjohn now over to Gross. Gross to Allie Schneider. Her two-pointer from the right is no good. Rebounded to Robertson for Weld Central. Now a shot up by Smiley. They're going to call a foul on the shot. That foul is going to go against Allie Schneider. That'll be her first. Emily Smilek goes to the line to shoot two. Her first shot up and no good. Still scoreless here in the first period. 6:57 to go in the first period. One team foul on Fort Morgan. Second shot is good for Smilek. That's a 1-0 lead for Weld Central. Now off to Alexis Stills on the left, out to Allie Schneider. She drives down the lane, her runner up and no good. Rebound to Smiley. Now over to Reese. She gets it across half court. Now she gets it. The ball is stolen by Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley in for a layup. And her layup is up and good for Staley. So Fort Morgan with the early 2-1 lead. Fort Morgan now with a little backcourt pressure. Weld Central does get it past half court though. Now Alicia Gherkin's dribble set up their half court offense. Back over to Smiley. Smiley into the center to Robertson. Robertson at the free throw line, guarded by Allie Schneider. Now over to Gherkin. Gherkin at the right elbow. She backs it out. She gets it out to Reese out just short of the center circle. Now she gets it into Roop at the free throw line, guarded by Alexis Bills. Now Reese with it at the free throw line. Over to Alicia Gherkin. The ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by Pettyjohn. The ball will stay in the possession of the Rebels. 2-1 Fort Morgan. 5:41 to go in the first period. Emily Smilek inbounds the ball, and she does to Reese. Reese now into Robertson. Robertson back out to Reese. Reese now over to Smilek. And shot is up and good by Roop. Rupp, not sure how to pronounce that name. Rupp, I'll go with. Now a shot up by Alexis Stills off the rim and no good, but knocked out of bounds by Weld Central. So Weld Central leading 3-2 at 5:16 to go in the first period. So Fort Morgan inbounds the ball just to the left of their basket. Pass in by Pettyjohn and stolen. Now it's off of, it was tipped initially by Warren David, I believe, then off the leg of Mason Reese. So a turnover by the Rebels to Fort Morgan. 5:10 to go in the first period. Now Alexis Bills down in the left corner. She dribbles, drops just to the left elbow. Her shot up and no good. Her rebound is to Weld Central. And Weld Central gets the ball down the court, and Faith Rupp, her shot is off in front of the rim and no good. Rebound is to Danielle Gross. Danielle Gross gets it past half court. Fort Morgan, she gets it down to Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley layup is up and good. Nice little runner there by Staley. 4-3 Fort Morgan with 4:34 to go in the first period. Full court pressure here by Fort Morgan. Now, Weld Central gets the ball past half court. Alicia Gerken with the ball. She picks up her dribble. Now she gets it off to Faith Ruff. Ruff now to Reese. Reese over to Smiley. Smiley picks up her dribble. Now she gets it back to Ruff. Ruff over to Reese. Now underneath to Smiley. Her little runner is up and good by Smiley. So that'll be 3 points on the night for her. 5-4 Weld Central with 3:57 to go in the first period. Now pass over to Alexis Bills out on the left wing, and she drains the 2. So Alexis Bills with 2 points on the night. 6-5 Fort Morgan with 3:40 to go in the first period. Reese with the ball out, backs out into the jump circle at center court. She dribbles into the free throw lane. Her pass underneath to Emily Smilak for 2. So that's 5 points for Smilak on the night. 7-6 Weld Central. So Danielle Gross now across half court. She gets it in to Allie Schneider. Allie Schneider's shot off the back of the rim, no good. Pass back out by Lauren Staley is tipped away by Weld Central. They control it in their front court. Now pass underneath to Smilak. First shot is up and no good, but she was fouled on the shot. That's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul on that one. Schneider, that's 2 quick fouls on her. 7-6 with 3 minutes to go. Smilak to the line to shoot 2. Her first shot is up and good. Valerie Schneider to take a seat. And that would be Celia Smith that will come in for her. 8-6, the Rebels. Second shot is up and also good. So 9-6, Weld Central. 2:50 to go in the first period. Lauren Staley with the ball out at the right wing. Now to Alexis Bills on the right. On the right wing. A little runner up the middle by Lauren Staley is up and good. That's 6 points on the night for Staley. But Morgan goes back for pressure again. Weld Central gets the ball past half court. Jessica Beach now into the game for the Rebels. Smilak down to Robinson at the free throw line, guarded by Alexis Bills. Now over to Patrice Gomez. Gomez over to Ruff. Now underneath for a little layup is up and good by Jessica Beach. Over her first points of the night. 11-8. Weld Central. Danielle Gross now over to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn out to the right wing. She gets it back over to Gross on the left. And now down to Alexis Bill. She dribbles it back up. She's going to take a shot. Her shot is up and off the rim. Rebound is to Smilak. Smilak with the ball down court quickly. She gets it back over to Patrice Gomez. Gomez out of the timeline. Now over to Beach. Beach at the free throw line. She passes it back out to the 3-point line. That is to Smilak. Smilak now over to Gomez. Gomez out to the right wing to Jessica Beach. That ball is taken away by Alexis Bills. Now Pettyjohn to Lauren Staley on the Lauren Staley's pass cross court is intercepted. Now they're going to call a foul on Samantha Pettyjohn for going over the back. Smilak had gone to the floor to protect the ball, and Pettyjohn was on her back. So they're going to call a foul on her. So Danielle Gross is out. Lauren Staley is out. Christina Frick is into the game along with Samantha Scott. So Weld Central now with the ball. Hannah Gilmore into the game for Weld Central. She passes it over to Gomez. Gomez shot from the free throw line is off the back of the rim and no good. Samantha Scott with the rebound to Alexis Bills. Now going across half court She drives down the side of the lane, and she puts up a nice little shot from the right 7-footer there. That was good for Bills. That's 4 on the night for her. Now Fort Morgan with some more pressure. Weld Central gets the ball down court. Gomez dribbles it back out. She gets it to Ruck out of the top of the key. Now back over to Gomez. She brings it back out to set up their half-court offense. She passes it off to Beach. Now Beach to the corner to Gomez. Gomez's shot from the right side is good for a 2. So 2 seconds to go. A long shot by Fort Morgan is no good. So at the end of the first period, 13-10, Weld Central. You're listening to Fort Morgan Ladies Mustangs basketball, B106 and B106.com. Here at Weld Central High School with Corey Nickel, I'm Brian Nickel. Start of the second period, 13-10, Weld Central. 3 team fouls on Fort Morgan, no team fouls yet on Weld Central. Weld Central 2 inbounds the ball on the far side of the court. They do get it in, just to cross the half-court line. So Mason Reese, she drives it to the free throw line, picks up her dribble. Now cutting Emily Smiler. Her shot is up and no good. Fort Morgan hustling for the ball, but does not get it. Ivana Robertson finally controls it. And now over to Smilik on the right wing. Now back to Robertson at the free throw line. Free throw line now over to Reese. Reese to Ronnie Lewis, who is into the game for the elimination. And now Smilik left of the lanes about the free throw line. The first pass over to Gherkin. Gherkin picks up the dribble now to Lewis. Lewis out right on the wing. He's outside the three-point circle. And she passes it off to Reese. Reese brings it back out to the center circle to set up their offense. Now Smilik with a runner down the lane. Her shot is up and no good. But Fort Morgan, Samantha Scott had it for a minute, but it was taken away by Weld Central. Now a shot is up and no good by Weld Central and out of bounds. So the ball will be turned over to the Mustangs. Mustangs down 13-10 with 6:46 to go in the second period. So Samantha, Danielle Gross, and Alex Schneider with a pass half court down to the end of the court there, and she threw it away. So Weld Central, the inbound ball left of their basket, getting into Smilac. But Reese, Reese gets it across the half court line. Looking at her coach, see what play they want to run. Now off to Gherkin at the left wing. Now to Reese. Reese underneath to number 42, Ivana Robertson for the 2 underneath. So 15-10. Weld Central, Lauren Staley was going to drive down the lane and she dishes it off to Christina Frick. So Frick with a 2-pointer from the left side. Now pass underneath to Gherkin, led by Christina Frick. Frick down to Alex Schneider. Schneider brings it down. She gets it off to Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley gets it into Christina Frick. Frick off the back one. Good. 17-12, Weld Central. Weld Central promptly throws it away on the far sideline. Weld Central will call a timeout. With 5:36 to go in the second period, 17-12, Weld Central. Early Toyota East, whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Early Toyota East at 1209 Main Street in Fort Morgan will professionally fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Early Toyota East. Premier Farm Credit, committed to serving those in production ag. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending. Northern Colorado Title, don't have to close on your house alone. Northern Colorado Title at 130 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan will provide you with a stress-free closing. Also, BGT Quest, leather jackets, T-shirts, and more. Stop by 302 Main Street in Fort Morgan for all your sports apparel. 5:36 to go in the second period. Fort Morgan has cut into this lead, only trailing now 15-14. they have possession of the ball, get it into the front court. Danielle Gross, she gets it over to Lauren Staley out on the right wing. Now into Christina Frick. Christina Frick back to Allie Schneider. Allie Schneider with a pass underneath. That is stolen. And now Reese gets it up court to Smiley. And then that pass by Smiley underneath is knocked out of bounds by Samantha Scott. Excuse me. Alexis Fields into the game, and Samantha Pettyjohn and Christina Frick out, and Samantha Scott. Faith Rupp is into the game for Weld Central, and Ronnie Lewis comes out. So Weld Central inbounds the ball right at their basket. Reese into the lane off to Durkin on the right. Now a little bounce pass to Rupp underneath, and that ball is knocked away and controlled by Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley back out. She gives it to Danielle Gross out about the timeline. Now over to Allie Schneider. Schneider out at the high right wing. She dribbles behind the back into the lane, and her up and no good off the backboard. Her shot is up and no good, but last touch by Fort Morgan. 4:48 to go in the second period. 15-14. Weld Central. Weld Central through. Have a change here. Patrice Gomez into the game, and Emily Smilak just takes a seat. Now Fort Morgan with a full court pressure. Lauren Staley at the point. Danielle Gross. And now the ball was tipped. Now Alexis Fields with a little jumper, but that was off the rim and no good. Mason Reese takes it. She drives out. Shot is up and no good by Gherkin. Rebounded into the lane by number 42, Ivana Robertson. So that's her second basket of the game. 4 points here in the second period. So 17-14, Weld Central. Nice close game here. The Fort Morgan with a shot from the side. Lauren Staley, her shot is off the side of the rim and no good. High up underneath. That ball will go to Fort Morgan. Down 17-14 with 4:05 to go in the second period. Celia Smith back into the game for Allie Schneider. Allie Schneider to take a seat. She does have 2 fouls. Jim Krackemeyer, the head coach, giving her a few instructions while she's there. Now, pass out for Alexis Bills. Little run off the backboard is good. For Bills, that's 6 points on the night for Alexis Bills. Now, Weld Central gets the ball at court. And now, little jumper off to the right by Gerson is so good. And followed up by Robertson is. So now 19-16, Weld Central with 3:35 to go in the second period. Samantha Pettyjohn moves the ball out of bounds. So Weld Central to take over. It inbounds right as their basket. They do get it in to Gherkin. Now Gherkin over to Reese. Reese to Robertson. Robertson back to Gherkin. So it's called an offensive foul on Gherkin. So that is the first foul called on Weld Central in this game. Only 3 so far on Fort Morgan. Danielle Gross over to Alexis Fields on the left wing. She's double teamed out there. And they call a timeout. She was trapped out by the half court line. So they got a timeout called by Fort Morgan. That's going to be a 30-second timeout. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call today at 842-4555. Corey, what are we looking at here for turnovers so far?
Currently, the Fort Morgan Mustangs have 7 turnovers. The Weld Central Rebels with 8 turnovers. For rebounding, the Mustangs with 7, and the Rebels with 10.
Thank you for that information. Now we'll get back. Fort Morgan called that timeout. They will inbound it on the far sideline. They do get it into Alexis Sills, and her pass is knocked away inside, intended for Allie Schneider. Now Gomez with it out to Smilek. Smilek now over to Reese. Reese underneath to Robertson. And Robertson was pumping inside. Robertson is a 6-foot junior. She's making her presence known inside. That's 8 points for her in this second period. Now Lauren Staley with a drive down the lane. Or off to the right. Front foul called, and her shot is up and no good. And now Smilek with a little runner, and she loses it out of bounds. So turnover to Fort Morgan, 21-16, Weld Central. With 2:26 to go in the second period. Three team fouls for Fort Morgan, one on Weld Central. And Danielle Gross bring the ball up. She does get it past half court, loses the pole for just a moment, but not being guarded closely. Now Emily Reese on her. She needs to get rid of the ball. She does to Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley passes to Alexis Sills. Now Allie Schneider for a three in and out. Rebounded to Weld Central. The last touch on the far sideline by Fort Morgan. That would be a turnover as the ball will belong to Weld Central. With 2:03 to go in the second period, 21-16, Weld Central leading. Ball now to Jessica Beach. Beach back to Gomez. They have not crossed half court yet. Now they do. To Beach. Beach to Gomez. Gomez out about 25 feet. Now her pass over to the right to Beach is what was wide of her and goes out of bounds. So a minute 47 to go in the second period, 21-16. Weld Central girls with the lead. Jim Kreckermeyer up, working the game here, trying to get their play set that they want. Now, Allie Schneider with a drive down the lane, and her shot is up and no good. She was fouled before the ball got out of her hands. But Allie Schneider to the line to shoot two, and that was on Beach. Allie Schneider's first free throw is good. So that's Schneider's first points of the night. Lauren Staley out of the game. Christina Frick checks in with a minute 34 to go. 21-17. Weld Central with the lead. Allie Schneider at the free throw line with her next shot. Nice shot, up and good. So 2 points on the night for Schneider. 21-18 with a minute 30 to go in the second period. Gomez with a drive down the left side of the lane is no good, but Robertson with the rebound and up and good for her. So 10 points in the second period for Robertson. Now Allie Schneider from the left wing will put a three off the back of the rim and no good. We're going to call a foul on Weld Central. Yes, on Weld Central on Beach. That is Beach's second. Only the third team foul. Fort Morgan to get the ball in. They do off to the left side. Shot is up and no good by Alexis Sills. Now they get it down court. Fort Morgan with the steal. Allie Schneider with a runner, and she is fouled on the play. She'll go back to the line to shoot two with 58 seconds. The foul was on number 5, Mason Reese. So now 14 fouls. So Allie Schneider will go to the line to shoot two. With 58 seconds to go in the second period. Allie Schneider's first shot up and good. Nothing but net. Now Lauren Staley ready to enter the game, and she's going to go in for Allie Schneider. Next dead ball. Looks like he's now because Allie Schneider made that free throw. So 23-20. Weld Central with the lead. Allie Schneider gets down so she doesn't pick up another first foul here in the first half. Fort Morgan, or Weld Central with the ball. Ashley Overman into the game for Weld Central. Started by Staley. She drives it all the way to the rim and no good. But rebounded by Robertson. Her shot up is no good. Now a fight off to the left side of the basket. They will call it jump ball. So that will go to Weld Central with 42 seconds to go in the second period. 23-20. Weld Central in the lead. So 14 fouls now on Weld Central. 3 on Fort Morgan. Robertson with a little hook and no good, but she gets her own rebound. Now they're going to call a foul. That is going to go on. That is going to go on Samantha Pettyjohn. So that will be Pettyjohn's second. So Pettyjohn with 2, Schneider with 2. Now inbounded to Robertson. Her little jump shot is up and good. She has 12 for the game. 29 seconds to go in the second period. Shot up and no good by Lauren Staley. We've got 2 Weld Central. Weld Central in the back court. Now get it across court to Overman. Overman still good, and then she picks it up, picks her dribble up into Robertson. And now the number 20 is wide open, gets it to Peach. Now with 4 seconds to go, Fort Morgan gets the ball up court. And a long 3, that is good on Pettyjohn. So at halftime, it's Weld Central 27, Fort Morgan 20. You're listening. Fort Morgan Mustangs ladies basketball on B106 and B106.com. 27-20 here at Weld Central High School. Weld Central leading the Fort Morgan girls ladies Mustangs with just a minute to go left here in the in the halftime period. So much closer game than it was when they first played over at in the tournament earlier this year. So Fort Morgan down 27-20. Need to see if they can start hitting some shots here. They need to put a body on that Robertson. She had 12 points in that first half, all in the second quarter. Most of that was from a lot of offensive rebounds. The Fort Morgan starting lineup is Alexis Bills, Danielle Gross, Lauren Staley, Samantha Pettyjohn, and Allie Schneider. Now Fort Morgan with the ball in there in front court to Danielle Gross. Gross to Alexis Bills on the left corner. Now cross court to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn to Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley back to Alexis Bills right at the key. Now back to Staley, back into Alexis Bills. But she does gain control. I thought it had gone out of bounds. Now Alexis Bills back to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn brings up, stops her dribble, gets to Staley just to the right of the free throw lane. Now back to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn into the corner to Alexis Bills for a 3, and that's off the right side of the rim and no good. Rebounded to Robertson for Weld Central. They pass it down court, and that is to Gherkin. Her shot is up and no good off the front of the rim. Then rebounded to Alexis Bills. So Alexis Bills brings the ball up court. She gets to Allie Snyder for a 3 from the corner. That is good for Snyder. So the first points from the field for Snyder. It gives her 7 on the night. 27-23 with 6:50 to go in the third period. Now a 3 from Mason Reese is no good. Now Pettyjohn and Reese are hitting each other on the far sideline. Ball goes out of bounds off of Reese. So Allie Schneider to inbounds the ball to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn still in the back court. Now gets across half court line. With 6:40 to go in the third period. Pass over to Alexis Bills. Bills underneath to Schneider. Little runner, something good for Schneider. So 5 quick points for Allie Schneider in the third period. Now she steals it momentarily and taken back by Reese. Reese's shot is up and no good. But Alicia Gherkin rebounds and her shot is up and no good, but she is fouled. And she is going to be fouled by Pettyjohn. That is going to be the third foul on Pettyjohn. So 27-25. Weld Central. So Christina Frick ready to enter the game. First shot is up and no good. By Gerker. So Pettyjohn takes a seat. Christina Frick into the game. Second shot is up and good for Gerker. Those are her first points on the night. So 28-25, Weld Central. Pass underneath to Frick. Now Frick backs it out to Alexis Hills. And Hills with about a little 10-foot jumper up and good. Weld Central now with the ball past half, across half court. Now over on the side to Smilak. Smilak's shot is up and no good. Rebounded to Alexis Bills. Alexis Bills now with the ball down court. She dribbles to the center of the key. Now Allie Schneider with the three. Her shot is off to the side of the rim. It goes out of bounds. Turnover to Weld Central. Now Patricia Gomez into the game for Alicia Gerken. 28-27. Weld Central with the lead with 5:36 to go in the third period. Gomez in the backcourt with the ball. Now over to Smilak. Now left court to Reese. Reese gets it across half court. Ball is taken away momentarily by Fort Morgan. And they have a tie-up on the far side. Possession arrow to Weld Central. Leading 28-27 with 5:25 to go in the third period. Weld Central does get the ball in. Now face her up with it out to left wing. Now corner shot and no good by Reese. Rebounded to the Rebels. Now over the far side to Smilak. Smilak underneath to Robertson. And Robertson up is good for the two-pointer. So 30-27. Weld Central in the lead with 5 minutes to go in the third period. Allie Schneider with a drive. She is fouled on the drive. Two Weld Central girls go to the floor. The foul is going to be on Manny Robertson. That is her first team foul. In the second half for Weld Central, one apiece on the team fouls. Allie Schneider to the line to shoot two. Her first shot is up and good. So that's 6 points in the period for Allie Schneider. And Jessica Beach into the game for Faith Rupp. Second shot by Allie Schneider is up and off the back of the rim and no good. But she gets her own rebound and now passes off to Alexis Bills. Alexis Bills' shot is good for the two. So that ties the game at 30. 4:46 to go in the third period. Weld Central, the ball across half court. Gomez with it on the far side. Now out to Emily Smilak. Smilak over to Beach. Reach now out high at the three-point line. She drives it into the lane. Her pass over to Beach. Beach's pass underneath to Robertson. And Robertson's pass underneath to Smilak. And her shot is going to be up and good. She was also fouled on the play. That foul is going to go against Lauren Staley. That is her first of the game. So Smilak to the line for one. Her shot is up and good. So 10 points on the night for Smilak. 33-30, Weld Central with the lead now. 4:15 to go in the third period. Cross court pass to Allie Schneider. Her three-pointer is up and no good. Now Reese with the ball. She gets up for Smilak. Now Smilak over to Beach. Beach underneath, and her Allie Schneider knocks it away for a moment, but she steps out of bounds in the process. So ball will still be with the Rebels, just to the right of their basket. Now Gomez with it out at the right wing. She dribbles up, gives it to Reese. Now Reese over to Jessica Beach. Beach's pass underneath to Robertson is out of bounds. The coach for Weld Central was trying to tell him it was tipped, but to no avail. So 33-30, Weld Central. Allie Schneider with the ball across half court. Now gets to Lawrence Daly. Lawrence Daly gets a screen from Danielle Gross, but in the process, Lawrence Daly carries the ball. So it'll be a turnover to Weld Central. Weld Central with the ball on court. Now we'll have a blocking foul on Danielle Gross. That's her first. It was a non-shooting foul. Now Samantha Pettyjohn into the game for Danielle Gross. 3:25 to go in the third period, 33-30. Weld Central with the ball to inbounds left of their basket. And Gomez out at the three-point line to Reese. Reese now underneath to Robertson. Robertson leans in for the shot. Alex Schneider is going to be called for the foul. That's going to be 3 on Schneider. So Allie now talking to the ref about what she had done. You say she came down. She originally had her hands straight up, but then came down for the foul. First free throw was no good by Robertson. Well, Central leading 33-30 with 3:18 to go in the third period. Robertson now with their second free throw. That one up, and also no good, but rebound to Weld Central. Now they're going to call a foul on. They're going to call a foul on Alexis Bills for her first non-shooting foul. So ball out to the right of the Weld Central basket. Is now to Gomez. Gomez pass over to Smilak, and she is on the floor. So Weld Central calls a timeout with 3 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the third period. 33-30, Weld Central. You're listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball, Day 106 and Day106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, shot taken by Weld Central, up and no good, but rebounded to the Rebels. Now Gomez with the ball. She takes it out high. Passes over to Smilak. Smilak now dribbles to the inside the key. Passes it back out to Reese. Reese now guarded by Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn knocks it away momentarily, and then Reese regains it. Now back over to Gherkin. Gherkin keeps the dribble alive, and she dribbles in for a moment and back out, and the ball is taken away. Now passed by Allie Schneider, straight back into Weld Central under the Fort Morgan basket. And now Gherkin with the ball. Now Robertson up. I'm not sure if it was a pass or a shot, but it was no good. Fort Morgan with the possession. Down 33-30 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third period. And Alexis Bills with a shot off her right side is no good. Lawrence Daly with a tie-up underneath. Now Celia Smith and Samantha Scott into the game. Alexis Bills and Lawrence Daly to take a seat. So possession to Fort Morgan. Down 33-30 with 2:05 to go in the third period. Ball is inbounds with a stolen. It's knocked back out of bounds again by Weld Central. So possession will remain with the Mustangs. Samantha Pettyjohn fakes to get the ball in now into Christina Frick. Frick's shot is up and no good. Rims out. Rebound to Overman for Weld Central. Overman into the key. She stops at the free throw line. Her shot is up and no good. So Celia Smith, she gets the rebound. Now over to Schneider. Schneider with the ball. She gets it across half court. And her pass is over the head of Samantha Scott. Another turnover set. Will give possession to Weld Central. The minute 40 to go in the third period. Mustangs trailing 33-30. Now Reese down the right side. She backs it back out. Gives it to Smilak at the free throw line. And taken by Reese back out at the free throw line. Now her pass is intercepted and taken by Schneider, and Schneider's on the layup, and her layup is no good, so they're going to call a blocking foul on Smilac of Weld Central. So that is Smilac's first. Schneider to go to the line to shoot two. Mustangs down 33-30 with a minute 17 to go in the third period. Her first shot is up and good. That gives Schneider 11 points so far in the game. She has 7 so far here in the third period. Her second shot is going to be short off to the right of the rim. So 33-31, Weld Central with the lead with a minute 10 to go in the third period. So Gomez gets across half court. Smith Pettyjohn guarding her, causing a turnover. She drags her foot. Gomez drags her foot. So it'll be a turnover to Fort Morgan. So with a minute 4 to go in the third period, Fort Morgan but down 33-31. Pettyjohn now with the ball in the front court. She picks up her dribble about 20 feet out. Her pass over to Samantha Scott is stolen. She cannot catch up to it, and they're going to give the ball to the Weld Central Rebels with 51 seconds to go in the third period. Inbound to the right of their basket. She cannot get the ball in at a 5-second count. Weld Central was trying to call a timeout. They didn't give it to her, didn't hear her or something, I guess. She's a little upset about that. So with 40 seconds to go in the third period, Allie Schneider with a lob pass to Samantha Pettyjohn, but she steps out of bounds, trying to save the pass. So with 37 seconds to go in the third period, 33-31. Now Mason Reese back into the game for Gomez. Gomez has 2 points on the night. Now Weld Central with the ball in the court with 30 seconds to go. Back up to Reese. Reese into the lane. She goes down, and her pass is intercepted by Allie Schneider. Allie Schneider takes it all the way to the rim. Her shot is up and good for the 2-point layup. The game tied for 10 seconds before Morgan steals the ball and then looses it back out of bounds. So the Weld Central ball at the Fort Morgan left of the Fort Morgan basket with 8 seconds to go. So Weld Central gets the ball in, and they're going to call it jump ball. Allie Schneider ties it up, but the possession still goes to Weld Central. So Weld Central to inbounds the ball on the far side, three-quarter court, with 7 seconds to go in the third period, 33-33. Fort Morgan with the steal. Now Alexis Spills with the ball with 4 seconds. Now Allie Schneider with a 3 off the front of the rim with 2 seconds to go good. At the end of the third period, it's 33-33. Here at Weld Central High School, I'm not sure what the refs are checking on here. It's in the third quarter, 33-33. You're listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball, B106 and B106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, all tied up at the start of the fourth quarter, 33-33. Fort Morgan outscores Weld Central in that quarter, 33-36. To tie this up, right now, Samantha Pettyjohn with 3 fouls, Allie Schneider with 3 fouls, Danielle Gross with 1, Staley with 1, and Bills with 1. For Weld Central, Beach has 2, Gurkin 1, Smilac 1, Reese 1, and Robertson with 1. So ball to Fort Morgan to start the fourth period. Pettyjohn over to Danielle Gross. Gross out high at the center circle. Her pass over to Lauren Staley. Staley right into the basket. Now Christina Frick with a little 8-footer up and no good. Now rebounded to Weld Central. Ball down court to Gurkin. Gurkin across court now to Smilac. Smilac's three is up and no good. Rebounded to Fort Morgan. Pettyjohn with the ball. Now they're going to call a foul on Smilac of Weld Central, grabbing the arm of Samantha Pettyjohn. That will be the fifth. That'll be the third team foul on Weld Central. 5 so far on Fort Morgan. Now Samantha Pettyjohn gets to Alexis Bills. Bills to the left of the free throw line. Picks up her dribble. She's looking to get the ball. It's taken away from her by Smilac. Now down court to Durkin. Into Robertson. Robertson back outside. Robertson now with the shot that was missed from the far side. Robertson will go to the line. That foul is going to go on Alexis Bills. So Robertson will go through the line to shoot 2. Her first shot is up and no good. Shot number 2 comes in. 6:54 to go in the game. Tied up at 33. That shot is also no good. About the minute Robertson has made her free throw. She is 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Now Lauren Staley with the ball down the lane and her left-handed layup. Good. Staley with a little runner there. Puts Fort Morgan at 35 to 33. Now Smilac with a shot from the right wing and no good. Ball to Fort Morgan, but they're going to call. They will call a jump ball, and the ball will stay with Weld Central. Katrina Frick out of the game. Alex Schneider back in. So Weld Central to inbounds the ball. Little hook shot by Robertson is no good. So far in this fourth period, they have held their lead in the second half. Robertson has only scored 2 points. That's why Fort Morgan has got back into this game. They've shut her down inside. Now Fort Morgan with the ball in the front court. Danielle Gross over to Alexis Bills. Now back out to Gross. Gross over to Pettyjohn on the right wing. Now she needs to get rid of her. She nearly falls for the 5 seconds. She gets to Staley. Now Staley is going to be fouled. That foul is going to go on number 13. So 16 fouls on Fort Morgan, 4 now on Weld Central. Fort Morgan's inbound just right of their basket. Pettyjohn tries to get it into Gross, but Gross mishandles it and it goes back out of bounds. The ball over to Weld Central. Fort Morgan now with a full-court press. That's to Smilac as she gets the ball in. And now up to Reese. Reese across court to Gerken. Gerken drives to the lane, but she is going to be fouled by Danielle Gross. That is Gross' second. That'll be a 1-and-1. For the Rebels. That is going to be up and no good. Missed by Gerken. Fort Morgan with the rebound. Now to Alexis Bills. Bills over to Snyder on the right wing. She takes it down to the right sideline. Now passes over to Danielle Gross. Danielle Gross for a 2, in and out. Rebounded by Vanna Robertson. Now Reese to Smilac. Smilac over to Gerken. Gerken picks her dribble up on the right wing and now passes across to Reese. Reese at the free throw line. Her little jumper is no good. Shot by Robertson is up, partially blocked by Alex Robertson by Alex Snyder. Now Lauren Staley with the layup, but it is missed. Now Lauren Staley tries to pass it back underneath, but it is taken. They're going to call a jump ball. So possession to Fort Morgan. Fort Morgan leading 35 to 33 with 5 minutes to go in the game. So now Weld Central to make a couple of substitutions. Ronnie Lewis into the game and also Jessica Beach into the game. Now Fort Morgan gets the ball in. Lob underneath to Schneider. Then Schneider passes it back out. And the shot by Pettyjohn was no good, but Pettyjohn gets her own rebound. Now to Schneider about 20 feet out from the basket. Now to Danielle Gross. She gives Schneider at the free throw line. Now three and no good by Pettyjohn. Rebounded to Weld Central. Weld Central then throws it down court and throws it away. So possession to Fort Morgan. Still leading 35 to 33 with 4:33 to go in the game. 17 fouls on Fort Morgan, only 4 on Weld Central so far. But Danielle Gross with the ball. She gets it back out to Allie Schneider. Moving the screen by Pettyjohn for Schneider. Schneider's three is up and no good off the rim. But taken by Staley. Then they call a foul underneath on Robertson. But Staley tries to get around her. That's only 2 on Robertson. 5 team fouls on Weld Central. So Reese out of the game. Ashley Overman in for Weld Central. So that's Pettyjohn inbounds the ball. She gets it in to Lauren Staley on the right wing. And she gets it into Allie Schneider. Schneider's shot is up and no good. And she is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. She was fouled by Smilak. That was 4 on her. So Allie Schneider to the free throw line to shoot 2. Her first shot is up and good. It rolls around and goes in. That's a big shot there. You know, the points they can get, leading 36 to 33 with 4:05 to go in the game. Allie Schneider with her second free throw, and that rims in, also good. So Allie Schneider having a nice second half here. Now they're going to call a foul on the inbound. Call it on Fort Morgan. That foul is going to go against Pettyjohn. That is 4 on her. So that would be a 1-and-1 for Weld Central. Overman to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Have a substitution here. Pettyjohn out. And Samantha Scott came in. Her first shot is up and good. Her second shot comes after 4:03 to go in the game. 37-34 Fort Morgan. Second shot is up and also good. Fort Morgan with possession of the ball. Danielle Gross across half court. She gets it off to Allie Schneider out the right wing of the three-point circle. Allie Schneider into the lane, and her little jumper up and no good. But rebounded by Robertson for Weld Central. She gets it off to Overman, and then her pass to Smilak at the top of Fort Morgan and out of bounds. With 3:41 to go in the game, 37-35 Fort Morgan. Smilak with the ball. She gets it into Overman. Overman out by the half-court late line. She gets it down to Beach. Now Beach with a little runner and up and no good. The rebound is by Weld Central. One ref said Fort Morgan eventually. Now the other ref comes over and overrules him, so the ball will go to Weld Central. Now we have a substitution for Fort Morgan, Lauren Staley and for Samantha Scott. Also, Mason Reese back into the game for Weld Central, and Jessica Beach come to the sideline. Weld Central inbounds the ball just to the right of the basket into Robertson, into Ronnie Brula. And now they have called a jump ball. A tie-up goes to Weld Central with 3:24 in the game, 37-35 Fort Morgan. Weld Central to inbounds the ball and now get it in to Ashley Overman. Overman up top to Reese. Now over to Smilak. Smilak dribbling in. Her little jumper is off and good. Tied up at 37-37 with 3:05 to go in the game. And Fort Morgan promptly turns it over, throws it away at their end of the court. Fort Morgan to full court pressure here. They do get it in. All is into Reese. She gets the pass half court. Now Reese to Lewis. Lewis now to Overman on the left side underneath to Robertson. Coming over the jumper. A little layup is good for Robertson. Now Weld Central 39-37. With 2:42 to go in the game. Lauren Stanley now on the right wing. Her pass into Christina Frick. Now her shot over to the left of Mills, and Mills with a 10-footer is good. That ties it up at 39 with 2:27 to go in the game. Now Reese has it. She passes it over to Smilak. Smilak shot is up and good. That puts Weld Central back to 41-39 with 2:15 to go in the game. Now Schneider brings it across half court. Guarded by Smilak. Now her pass into Christina. Frick starts it up for a two. Now 41-41 with 2 minutes to go in the game. Weld Central gets the ball across half court. Smilak now off to Mason Reese. Mason Reese is guarded by Frick. Now the ball over to Smilak. Smilak in, and her shot is up and they're good, but they're going to call a foul on the shot. They're going to call that on Danielle Gross. That'll be her third. So going to the line will be Smilak to shoot two. Tied at 41 with 1:49 to go. So her first free throw is up and good. That puts Weld Central back in the lead 42-41 with 1:49 to go. Christina Frick out of the game. She takes a seat. Second shot is up and no good. Allie Schneider gets the rebound. Schneider across half court. She dribbles down the back. She gets into Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley loses it. Now a shot by Bill. Up and no good. But rebounded by Danielle Gross. They're going to call a foul on Reese. That'll be her second. So Danielle Gross go to the line to shoot two. This is where you win the game here at the free throw line. Her first shot is up and good. Tied at 42 with 1:36 to go in the game. Danielle Gross with her second shot coming. First one-handed shot was up and good. That puts Fort Morgan back in the lead. Fort Morgan hit the full court pressure. Well, Central. Smilak in the back court. Now to Reese. She gets to Lewis for Robertson. Robertson down to the left of the basket. She gets it out to Smilak. Smilak back out to Reese. Set up their offense. Smilak with it just inside the 3-point circle. She gives it to Overman. She drives down the lane and she passes it into Lewis. Her shot up and no good. A rebound is to Weld Central. That's going to be the 10th team foul. It'll be the 10th team foul on Fort Morgan, and that foul was on Schneider. That's going to be 4 on her. So now Overman to the line to shoot two. Her first shot is up and no good. Fort Morgan still in the lead, 43-42. They're going to 5 to go in the game. Overman with her second shot. And that one is good. Tied up at 43 with a minute to go. Fort Morgan ball. Now Lauren Stanley with it for the two, and that's just nothing. Rebounded to Reese. Now stolen by Alexis Hill. First shot up and no good. Now they're going to call. I'm not sure what they called. Called a foul on Staley. That was her second. That'll send Emily Smilak to the game, to the line to shoot two. So tied at 43. Her first shot is no good. 50 seconds to go in the game. 43-43. Now we have a timeout called by Fort Morgan. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. With the State Farm Insurance Office at Greg Mullen and Brush, help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call today at 842-4555. Exciting game coming down here. I believe there's 50 seconds to go in the game, tied at 43. Fort Morgan with 10 team fouls, Weld Central with 7. They've done a real good job. Fort Morgan has a shooting guard. Robertson showing he has 4 points in the second half. Now Smilac will go to the line to shoot her second free throw. $50 seconds to go in the game. Smilac at the line. First shot up and no good. Fort Morgan with the rebound. Alexis Stills with the ball. 45 seconds to go. Now pass underneath to Staley. Staley, then her pass mid and puts it in for the two. Fort Morgan up 45-43 with 35 seconds to go. Now they're going to call a foul on Alexis Stills out of mid-court. That's Bill's third foul of the game. So now Lewis will go to the line to shoot 2. Excuse me, her first shot was up and no good. Right now, Weld Central hurting themselves. They missed their last 4 or 5 free throws. Fort Morgan up still 45-43 with 32 seconds to go. So her next free throw is up and good. So 45-44. Fort Morgan with the ball. Timeout Fort Morgan with 24 seconds to go. Timeout Fort Morgan. We'll take one with them. 45-44. So listen to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball. B106 and B106.com. Back to the Fort Weld Central High School. 45-44. Fort Morgan with, let's see how much time is left on the clock. They're still running the time off for the timeout. But Fort Morgan does lead 45-44 with possession. 24 seconds to go in the game. So Alexis Bills inbounds the ball on the far side at half court. Now to Allie Schneider in the backcourt. Allie Schneider across half court. She's being hounded by Smilac, and that's a call. Now over to Alexis Bills. They're going to call a foul on number 34, Ronnie Lewis. That's Lewis first. That'll send Alexis Bills to the line for a 1-and-1. She needs to think this first one here. First shot is up and good. By Bills, 46-44 Fort Morgan. With 13 seconds to go in the game. Her second shot is up and also good. That gives Fort Morgan a 3-point lead with 13 seconds to go. Weld Central has called a timeout. We have a full timeout taken here, so we'll take one too. You're listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on B106 and B106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, the Fort Morgan Mustang girls leading the Weld Central Rebel girls 47-44. With 13 seconds, I believe, left in the period, in the game. This game a lot different than it was the first time these two met. Weld Central actually won that game 44-21. The Colorado basketball tourney. So 13 seconds to go. But we're going to have to play some good defense here. Try not to foul. Weld Central bring the ball in, and Fort Morgan backs off somewhat on the pressure. And now Reese with the ball with 7 seconds. Now we're going to go for a 2. The Fort Morgan doesn't have to inbound the ball. Fort Morgan's going to win it 47-46. Excellent win here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. 47-46. Big league win here for the girls. Well, as far as to me, that looks like that would be an upset after what Fort Morgan, Weld Central did to them the first game. So we'll take a 3-minute break and be back with a post-game show. Once again, 47-46, Fort Morgan. You're listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on B106 and B106.com. The Mustang postgame show is brought to you by High Plains Bank and Wiggins. The friendly staff at High Plains Bank and Wiggins is ready to assist you with a home loan, equity line of credit, commercial loan, or checking account. To receive hometown service on a higher plane, visit High Plains Bank today. So back here at Weld Central High School, Fort Morgan girls have beat the Weld Central girls 47-46. Excellent game. Outscoring Weld Central 14-13 in that last period. It was tied at 33 at the end of the third period. What won it for the Mustangs? They were 6 of 6, 100% in the fourth period. Weld Central was only 5 of 13 for 38%. So that's what killed them in this last quarter. So the scoring goes for Weld Central: Robertson 16, Smilik 15, Overman with 5, Beach with 4, Ruff with 2, Gomez with 2, Lewis with 1, and Gherkin also with 1. For Fort Morgan, Allie Schneider led the way with 15. And then Alexis Bills had a nice game. She had 14. Lauren Staley with 8. Christina Frick with 6. And Danielle Gross with 4. So, excellent game here by the girls. They played good defense. They hit their free throws. That's what won them the game in the fourth quarter. So, Corey's got some totals here for rebounding and turnovers.
For turnovers on the night, the Lady Rebels have 23. The Lady Mustangs finished with 18. Rebounding, the Lady Rebels finished with 32, and the Lady Mustangs with 22. Robertson led the Rebels with 15 rebounds, followed by Reese and Smilak, each with 5. Overman and Gilmore each had 2 rebounds. Rupp, Gomez, and Lewis each had 1. For the Lady Mustangs, Gross had 5, followed by Allie Schneider with 4, Alexis Bills with 4, Samantha Pettyjohn and Lauren Staley each with 3, Samantha Scott with 2, and Celia Smith with 1.
So Fort Morgan, 18 turnovers. That's about what their average has been this year, is 18. I'm not sure what it was for Weld Central. They had 23, so Fort Morgan did well in that category. I know Robertson probably hit the boards pretty again, but again in the second half. But their Fort Morgan defense held her to just 4 points in that second half, where she had 12 in the second quarter. So a big win here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs at Weld Central. Once again, the final score 47-46 for Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs over the Lady Rebels. So once again, for Braden Godin, sound engineer and producer, does another excellent job for us tonight. Sound engineer and producer of Fort Morgan basketball. Our next game on the radio on B106 and B106.com will be tomorrow night. We will be at Vista Peak. The boys' game will be at 5:30. The girls' game will be at 7. Once again, the final score: Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs 47. Fort Morgan Lady, or the Weld Central Lady Rebels 46. For Corey Nickel, I'm Brian Nickel. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball, B106 and B106.com.